What is the deal with your nickname being Speedy, yet we have a superhero whose name will be Speedy?
What do you mean? It's a hint, possibly. Potentially.
So you think is that where you want your character to go?
I mean, I would hope so. I would love to sign up and become a superhero. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I hopped onto this gig when I got, and the first, on the pilot, that's where you see the hint to Speedy, and that was kind of one of my major kind of inclinations to take on this role, because it was just, who wouldn't want to put on spandex and start kicking ass?
You're a fan of comic books at all?
I've definitely become a fan of comic books as of late. The Green Arrow comic books are pretty awesome, especially the ones with Mia.
How do you feel about the new romance that's happening in your life? Especially the guy's kind of on the wrong side of the law. How are you playing that?
With Roy Harper?
Right.
Thea and Roy's relationship is very interesting, actually. I think it's a good thing for her, because she's always kind of been acting out and been somewhat of a rebel, and then when she actually sees it, like somebody who's actually not joking around when he's doing things. He doesn't have the nice Mercedes-Benz to go crash. He actually goes and crashes and steals one, you know what I mean? So like, I think it's kind of a reality check for her in a really, really good way, as well as I think that she kind of really wants to put him underneath her wing and kind of almost save him and take care of him a little bit, and to kind of take him away from the perils of the Glades. So I think it's a very good, healthy relationship for her.
Okay. Well, if you guys are going to ask questions. Oh, okay. So my next question is, everyone now knows, it feels like everyone on the show now knows the big Who is the Arrow, knows Oliver's secret. Yeah. Like, when do you think your character is going to find out along with everyone else?
Actually, Roy is actually kind of gone on a kind of like a search after the vigilante, in a sense. After some things that go down in episode, I want to say 21.
I think we just
premiered, actually.
He retrieved the arrow and he's staring at it.
Exactly.
Right.
So I think that he kind of gets a little enamored with him and kind of sought after him and is kind of looking for him and trying to figure out who the arrow is, as well as I think Roy actually really wants to work with him a little bit. So I think it's kind of leading on to that, where Roy Harper is actually chasing after the arrow.
So is he going to be the sidekick? I thought you were going to be the sidekick.
Oh, I mean, we're helping out. I'm helping Roy out a lot, actually. So I think that it could be this thing where it's the two of us. I really don't know where they're going to take it, so I don't know. I mean, really, there's been hints to me being Speedy. I don't think there was any written hints of Roy being Speedy, but there was definitely that thing where he's got even the red light glowing onto him afterwards. So I mean, there's all these hints going around, and I think they're trying to confuse everybody, which they're doing very well.
Have you done any training, like for shooting a bow and arrow or anything like that?
I have not yet, but I would love to, and cannot wait to do so.
Okay.
Can you reveal any sort of hints of upcoming plots or things that are coming up? What are you allowed to tell us?
What am I allowed to tell you? Well, I'm allowed to tell you about Roy and Thea's relationship, which I did give you a major hint about. Like I said, they're kind of, Thea's now stuck in this relationship with Roy, and since he's chasing after the vigilante, she's now on the same journey that he is, so it's almost like she's chasing after her own brother and doesn't even realize it. So that's a very interesting storyline for Thea and Oliver, because I think there's actually a scene coming up that we haven't shot yet, where we may or may not even be running into each other and like kind of going through this very awkward moment, like, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm here just, buying ice cream, just doing something completely normal, not illegal, not being a vigilante. Things are totally normal. So I think there's going to be some really good, like, awkward moments between us now for that. And it's also been good for Thea, because she's actually been able to get out of the house a lot lately, working at CNRI, now following Roy all the time in the Glades. So there's going to be some very interesting stuff for my character coming up.
It's a pretty big ensemble. Is there any actor that you haven't worked with yet that you really liked?
Actually, I have not really worked with David Ramsey that much, and I'm really upset about that because I absolutely love him, and Diggle's one of my favorite characters on the show, as well as Felicity. I absolutely love Emily. She is amazing, one of the greatest people ever, and we've actually only had like barely even a scene together. Like I think I walk out of the scene and she enters. Like. Or maybe she says a word as I'm literally turning my back and walking away. So technically our characters don't even see each other. And it's just like, I really want to just have them become best friends or something because Felicity is amazing.
I think because you guys are around the same age, I feel like you guys are like the best friends.
I feel like we are about this. I feel like she's probably playing like, what, 22, 23? Like some young IT tech girl? Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like we would be on the same kind of wavelength and that she could be kind of a positive influence on our life as well. Oh, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they write us two together. We don't know.
What about the job that you have? You were just talking about the job. How is that going?
Well, yeah, Thea started working at CNRI after that very unfortunate event with Vertigo. And she's actually, I think she's doing very well at it. I think it was a very good thing for her to go through all that. It kind of grounded her a lot and put her into somewhat of reality check, which actually led her into being so strong and having a good head about her when it comes to Roy. She's not, sometimes she is letting the love get the best of herself, but every once in a while she kind of does see through clear eyes now. And it's kind of a good thing to see that for her because she was going a little crazy for a while.
This is the last question.
Do you have a favorite scene?
Favorite scene that I've done? I've got a lot of them, but actually one of the most recent ones that I've done that was one of my favorites to films because it was so insanely realistic. There's a scene coming up where Roy and I are actually with Detective Lance, and it was one of the first scenes I ever got with Detective Lance too, which was really awesome. And he takes us down, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but basically in the scene there is a dead body, and the dead body is the most realistic prosthetic thing I've ever seen in my life, to the point when we walked on set, I actually thought it was somebody laying there pretending to be dead. And I went over to poke it and thinking it was going to move. And it completely didn't, and it felt realistic, and I was like, wait, okay, this is no longer funny. This better not be real, because if this is a really cruel joke. And thank God it was fake, but yeah.